Hello everybody and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's gonna be time for some Victoria 2. We're gonna be playing a new campaign for today. We're using HFM. If you guys haven't noticed from the title, we'll be playing with HFM. We're gonna be playing as the United States. Let's see, we are number 8 in the world. We're a great power. We're a republic. We're 9th for prestige, 3rd for industry, 19th for military. We got 4.15 million people, 47% farmers, 26% laborers, 12% slaves, 6% others, 7% artisans, no allies, no enemies. At least not yet. We're going to be doing an American imperialist campaign, so we're just going to full on manifest destiny, conquer Mexico. All sorts of good things are going to happen. So let's have some fun. We will be staying as the United States, though. We will not be the CSA. We have done a CSA campaign at one point, but, you know. Let's see, so we have business schools and tycoon capitalism, so army research and navy tech research are down, but we get commerce, culture, and industry faster. Let's take a look here. Positivism, probably not a bad idea. Prestige would be pretty cool. Yeah, why don't we start with prestige first? We have actually 56.8% literacy, which is actually pretty good. And then we have right now the Conservative Party, the Democrats are in power. We got free trade, laissez-faire, pluralism, limited citizenship, pro-military, no official policy for welfare. Southern Democrats are actually some of the best. So protectionism, state capitalism, moralism, residency, jingoism. The Whigs aren't bad, though. Protectionism, interventionism, moralism, limited citizenship. They are anti-military, though, so that's not good. So if we can, we would preferably like to get the Southern Democrats in power. It looks like the Democrats are basically pretty much handily going to win anything. Let's go ahead and start promoting some bureaucrats so we can get some money. New York is our most populous city. Or state in the country. We have 604,000 adult males. Let's see. Yeah, total population right now is 4.15 million adult males. We have about a population of about 16 million just people in general. Pennsylvania is next, but definitely New York dwarfs whatever Pennsylvania has. Or Pennsylvania dwarfs whatever New York has. So let's see. So in 1836, what was going on in 1836? Well, Andrew Jackson was in office. No, actually, was it Andrew Jackson? Yeah. Right, Andrew Jackson. He, let's see. He was elected, I believe, in the election of, I swear it was 18, yeah, I thought it was 1832, right? 1832, and he was office 1833 to 1841, because he won the election twice. Yeah, so Andrew Jackson was in power. We've got debates over slavery. Texas is independent. It's an independent republic. It's at war with Mexico at the moment. And, eventually, in 1845, Texas would petition for statehood into the United States of America. But during this time, they're fighting Mexico on their own, although there's a lot of, you know, let's see if we can see it here. There's a lot of, you know, particularly Yankees and Dixies that want to go out and help Texas and stuff like that. So that was going on. Mexico was under control of Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, who was a dictator. Let's see here. Cabinet discusses trade policy. So we want tax efficiency, influence, administrative efficiency, commerce tag. Let's see. So Orthodox liberal school. The external commerce shall be free. External commerce should be free. Administrative efficiency, tariff efficiency. You know, actually, I don't mind this. I don't think we're going to have really tariffs ever. So why don't we do that? Yeah. We're not really ever going to have tariffs. We don't want tariffs. Okay, so we have a few troops. Yeah, so Mexico's under control. He was a presidential dictatorship under Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. And then during the Texan War of Independence, he basically lost all legitimacy. He'd actually fight in the Mexican-American War. He actually lost a leg that the United States still possesses. Mexico's actually asked for it back several times. And they have not gotten it back. So, that's kind of funny. Anyway, let's go and get our Navy together. Let's get all these guys. Let's send the Navy to Baltimore. We got one army in Washington, D.C., which is totally fine. Well, let's actually take a look at these soldiers. So, the thing is about, because you're going to have the Civil War, right? So, you actually don't want Dixie soldiers. You don't want Dixie culture troops. You only want Yankee troops, so that as soon as the Civil War declares, you actually, see, these are all Yankees. As soon as the Civil War declares, you actually don't have any, you know, Confederate opposition. Now, the thing is in HFM, because they noticed that people would do that, they wanted to give the Confederacy more viability. So what's going to happen later on in HFM is that there's going to be a Confederate States here that's going to form. That's going to be a puppet of me for a little while, and then eventually the war will be declared, and you know, we're gonna have the war. But for now, we're just gonna recruit pretty much. Actually, there's a lot of troops that we could use here. We're gonna stick with Yankee troops, so we're gonna want to promote, you know, a lot of, if we can, a lot of Yankee soldiers. Anyway, let's go on speed 4 for a while. Just let things, you know, tick by. Let's see, we got the Kingdom of Sardinia. The Foreign Ministry reports Restauración. Let's see, Splendid Isolation. We're going to go ahead and have Splendid Isolation on. We're going to have that be on. Let's see, Texas wants access. We'll go ahead and give it to them. Okay, so our economy is going to be in shambles for a little while. Let's see, colonial educational policy. Here in these far-flung places, forgotten, it seems, by both God and civilization, barbaric native practices, foreign to the mind of any civilized man, still persist, along with widespread illiteracy. Yeah, let's actually, we do want people to be more literate. We want to get our literacy rate up. So, we got laissez-faire, so we can't help out anybody. No, Mexico, you can't have access. We cannot assist anybody at all with any industry at all. We just gotta let them do their thing. So, then again, though, we are, because we do have, 1, laissez-faire, and 2, we have a republic. Capitalists are actually, they're pretty wealthy. They do just fine. They do not need our help. So we'll see factories sprouting up around the place and laissez-faire. It's interesting. For most of the countries, I do recommend state capitalism and all that, but, you know, if you're somebody like the United States, if you're a giant of industry like the United States, you don't have to worry so much about it. Let's see, we got the Second Great Awakening. By the mid-1830s, a wave of religious zeal was sweeping across the United States, driven by charismatic preachers who called for the faithful to return to the original teachings of the Bible and lead upstanding moral lives. The movement would spawn several new Protestant sects, lead to debates and schisms within established sects over points of theology and ritual, and reinforce the power and influence of Christian teachings. Sweet. Let's see, Clipper shipyards are apparently not profitable. We're going to actually reduce spending on land forces. Well, actually, really, it's let's see, here's a slavery debate. We're actually gonna we'll actually decrease spending on the Navy for now, because actually Clipper transports and stuff is probably what's affecting that. Let's move our national foci from Pennsylvania. We're gonna move them around. We need all this to get the tax income, the juicy taxes. Let's see, the slavery debate. The one issue that the founding fathers of our great nation were never able to answer conclusively was the question concerning the status of slavery within the Union. This inflamed debate has only gained traction in the years since the Revolution, and it is presently the singular most important issue in our country's political agenda. Some radical Southerners feel there is no possible compromise to be found in the issue, and that secession is the only alternative to being dominated into emancipation by the central power in Washington. Should our Senate ever be in a position to force political reform in the South, a 40% liberal upper house, we can be certain that it will not happen without opposition. Ooh. There's Restauración and the Papal States. There we go. There's that juicy tax income. Look at that. Ooh, it's sexy. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of Dixies, actually. A lot of Dixies. We will want to boost military spending. It's just that our naval maintenance is a little expensive at the moment, so I want that to go away. The FRCA wants an alliance. I'm going to go and refuse because he's about to go through his civil war with Nicaragua. Yeah. Do we actually want any allies? Well, let's take a look. Who's friendly with us? I don't think we want allies. The Kingdom of France is actually quite friendly. He's going to turn quite authoritarian, though, in the next few years. So, let's see. The UK is like, he's okay. I think because we want to be an American imperialist, you know, kind of campaign, we're going to have an American imperialist campaign. Because we're going to conquer Mexico, and we're going to take over Cuba, and, you know, maybe we'll invade Haiti or something. Yeah. Probably we won't have too many great power allies. We're getting a lot of immigrants from, you know, Europe and things. Let's go ahead here. So we have 11 man of wars, 9 lights, and 3 transports. Pretty sweet. Okay, so Texas, you won your independence war. That's good. We do want to influence you. Let's take a look. Mexico and the Hudson Bay Company want to influence those guys. Well, you're in the British spheres. We won't worry about it. Yeah, North America, Haiti, Hawaii, Costa Rica, FRCA, Mosquito Kingdom and the Hudson Bay are in the British sphere, so we'll leave that alone. And the rest we'll go ahead and Yeah, we'll just do everybody in South America. And then we'll leave everybody else alone. I think. So our country is quite conservative, actually. 67% conservative. A lot. Let's see, slave power. Slave power was a term used to describe the political power of the landed slave-owning aristocrats of the southern United States. Many northern politicians saw slavery first and foremost, not as an issue of mistreatment of blacks, but as something profoundly opposed and contrarian to the Republican ideals laid out in the founding documents of the United States, and thus a threat more to the nation's civic virtues than to anything else. True. Okay, let's see. There's those migrants. Looks like Mexico, even though Mexico's still a presidential dictatorship, they're actually getting immigrants. Must be something of a war. I don't know. And looks like we're building factories. Things are coming along. Costa Rican thaw, restauración. So first, we're gonna have bureaucrats everywhere. We have railroads that are being built. Apparently, that's kind of cool. That's good. We will want to build forts, but you know, we don't have a lot of money right now. If I turn on naval maintenance, we don't make so much money. Let's see, Unitarianism in America. The rise of numerous sects within Protestant Christianity in the United States in the early 19th century would create an environment for further theological speculation. One of the most influential movements to rise would be this of American Unitarianism, emphasizing the role of reason in understanding theology and thus rejecting the concept of the Trinity and the inherent goodness of humanity and its capability for improvement because of reason. Unitarianism would become very influential among middle and upper class populations in the northeastern USA. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not much of a religious person, but if I had to pick like a school of thought, it'd be either American deism, which is what the founding fathers practiced, or American Unitarianism, which is kind of an evolution of deism. Basically, it says that because God is a rational creature and he's scientific and he's mathematic and you know he created the world as like a machine, you know, a machine that runs like clockwork. Basically, there's nothing wrong with reason in conjunction to religion because God is a rational person. It's kind of interesting. Some religions say that's blasphemy. So, see the Trail of Tears. Sure. We can organize the Indian Territory. And the House Gag Rule. Let's see. The seemingly irresolvable debate over slavery threatens to tear our country apart. That's Andrew Jackson. Let's see. If we were to introduce a gag rule in the House of Representatives barring bills on the slavery issue from being presented to the House, we could at least hope to alleviate some of the worst tensions. So as consciousness gets higher and higher because of the slavery debate, we're going to need to pass more of these reforms. So, we're definitely going to want Manifest Destiny. We will get that very soon. That's actually probably one of the things that we should go for first. Yeah, we're going to want that. Be nice. The Benevolent Empire. One direct impact of the religious revival in the USA in the early 19th century would be the explosion in the number of voluntary organizations organized to help improve society by tackling perceived social and moral problems. Dubbed the Benevolent Empire by historians, these organizations helped provide a community infrastructure for society, rapidly expanding in numbers and being transformed by new economic forces. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to still get all of our bureaucrats everywhere where we need them, and then we'll actually start focusing on clergymen. Possibly soldiers, but... no, I don't have enough tax income quite yet. Yeah, I think we're going to go ideological thought. We're definitely going to get idealism in 1840. Some better army text probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I definitely want medicine and the puddling process. We actually should probably take medicine next. Yeah, there's actually a lot that we need to research, so... yeah, let's go for medicine. We're going to need that. For sure. It's actually really, it's like one of the most important techs in the game. Let's see, the Ascension of Queen Victoria. Today, in the year of our Lord, 1838, William IV, by the grace of God, King of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, Defender of the Faith, died in Windsor Castle. As he had no living legitimate children, Princess Victoria of Kent, William's niece, found herself ruling one of the great powers and the biggest colonial empire in Europe. Her coronation is scheduled for the 20th of June, 1838, when Princess Alexandrina Victoria of House Hanover will officially ascend to the throne of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland as Queen Victoria. Sweet. Alright. Cool. So far, things going well. I must admit. A lot of the early game, this is just what it's about. Just getting your bureaucrats, then we'll focus heavily on education. Let's see, apparently we have Jacobins. Quite a few of them. Like 500,000. Now they're at 582,000 Jacobins. That is a shit ton. That is a shit ton. What is... That's interesting. We have regionalism. Regionalism as our centralization level. It should be federalism. Curious. What else we have? We have weighted universal. Yep. 2-year draft. Yep. Gerrymandering. 2 per state. Slavery is allowed. Free press. Settlement is our colonial policy. Huh. Let's see. Horseman. Politician Laura Horseman began his reforms to the educational system in Massachusetts. You can never be too educated. Huh. You have to get research points? I'm actually going to go ahead and, yeah, we're going to pick basic school system. That's going to be pretty good. I want that. Okay, so we're making some still pretty good money, but... Okay. Let's see, Tennessee, Manorville, Tennessee. Here's the Anglo-Sikh War. See, so here we've got dragoons, so it means we get recon. We don't have any siege because we don't have any engineers. I'd like some siege. Hussars are usually the best, but dragoons are, yeah, they're all right. What do they give? They give reconnaissance of 1, whereas hussars give 2. You know what? Actually, in fact, we will get rid of these guys then. I'd actually rather have the hussars. Let's see. Are those Dixie Hussars? Oh no, those are Yankees, right? Yankee Hussar, Yankee Hussar. Okay. Apparently Belgium is influencing Mexico. Kind of a surprise there, I'll admit. Let's see, who actually are the great powers? Belgium, Spain, the United States, Austria, United Kingdom, Russia, France, and Prussia. It's kind of cool. Who's got the most factories? New York, which doesn't surprise me. We're having an election in 1840. Let's see, here's a Kansas-Nebraska Act. Cool. We do want Manifest Destiny, so we still need idealism in state and government. We'll take that pretty soon. So Austin Manifesto, social responsibility or profit? Yeah, we'll do social responsibility, sure, why not? Okay, so now we can have, yeah, now we can have the naval spending and we don't lose, well, we lose a little bit. Yeah, no, we don't really lose money necessarily. We don't lose money. Let's see. So I can't see where my railroads are. Although apparently we can invest in Texas. Okay, that sounds good. That's fine. Sounds good. Can't come wrong with that. We can create a state in Michigan. I do like that. We'll go ahead. We'll play pretty historically. We won't make any slave states that weren't historically slave states. Yeah. We'll keep slave states to the south. Although Missouri is slave state. Because Mason-Dixon line is this line here. I think it's a 3630. I think that's what we call them. Some shit. Mason-Dixon. We always call it the Mason-Dixon line. I've never called it anything. I think it's a 3630, but latitude, longitude. Some shit. See, American Washington apparently is a state. And do not extend slavery. We can come out here. Whoopsies. I'll go for Well, we're about to get idealism, so let's save up a little bit for that, because that's going to give us research points plus 50%, which is amazing. We need that. The American Methodist Episcopal Church, established in 1816 by African-American members of the Methodist community of Philadelphia in the 1830s and 1840s, the American Methodist Episcopal Church would rapidly expand its membership among both free and slave populations in the United States. God our Father, Christ our Redeemer, man our brother. It reminds me of some shit out of like Bioshock. Let's go for idealism. See, Mexico, we can do something to you. Man, brother. See, Yankee artillery. Yeah, we can use more. We can use more Artie. I like Artie. Artie's cool. He's got a brother named Caval. So I like Artie and Cavalry. Together, they do real good things. Let's see, Marietta. Where's that? Oh, so we have there's an oversupply of cotton on the market. All right, yeah, why don't you produce fruit? Probably makes more money. Sure. See, we're gonna encourage jingoism. I do wonder about the Whigs. Colorado. Whoa, there's a real Grand Republic. Check that shit out. That's interesting. Let's see. We'll promote moralism. Apparently the Democrats are pluralists, which that doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, I guess, well, no, actually that doesn't make any sense, because... See, Mazzini arrested today. Giuseppe Mazzini, a figurehead in the nationalist movements across Europe, was arrested by Sardinian police. Wow. Really? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, actually. They would have been moralists, for sure. Moral crusaders. Okay, so yeah, the, you know, we still have the Democrats in power. Let's see, abolitionism? I don't know. How, yeah, we could get people consciousness and militancy and stuff, but, yeah, we'll just do so. We'll have a tacit sort of policy towards it. Okay. Idaho. It's actually a place I want to go. I want to go to Idaho one day. I want to see all the states in the United States, to be honest. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Let's get forts on our borders at the very minimum right now. It's tedious and it's expensive. But worthwhile? I think so. So we got pop growth there. We got no tariffs, and the rich are doing incredibly well. I'd like to decrease taxes on the middle class, but we kind of do need the money. If I was to decrease... Well, the constructions, yeah, that'll all go away. Constructions. Let's see, Hawaii. Let's go there. Mexico. If I was to decrease spending on constructions, we'd probably be able to afford to drop taxes a bit. Let's see. Costa Rica, you're there. The only reason I know about Costa Rica is because of Jurassic Park, I swear. Then there's Nicaragua. The only reason I know about them is because of the Contras. Literally nothing else. There's Haiti. Okay. Our population of slaves is increasing. Let's see, the Yucatan. So the Yucatan Republic is, are they at war with Mexico? No, the Yucatan Republic is actually just there. Very interesting. And then there's Los Altos Republic. Wow! The Yucatan would actually accept an alliance offer from me. That's pretty interesting. Because he's threatened by Mexico. Political considerations, yeah. It's actually interesting you won't. See, Wari grants extraterritoriality. Mexico would take an alliance. I don't want that, though. Gonna be finished up with this idealism here pretty soon. See, the Amistad decision. In a ruling delivered today, the Supreme Court has decided that the slaves involved in the violent rebellion aboard the Spanish schooner Amistad of 1839, later apprehended near Long Island, New York, was merely in the light of the outlawing of the transatlantic slave trade, acting in defense of their personal liberty. Ooh. Yeah, it's a good movie. You ever seen Amistad? Yeah, we'll do a Fugitive Slave Act. What's this do? Let's see. Ever since colonization of the United States of America, the natives have been relegated to a marginal role in American society. Okay, so we need okay. We'll do that later. Yeah, we want Manifest Destiny. See, there's the Core 1 Amendment. Nashville Convention, the Iron Range. American Frontier. Okay. Let's see, create a state in Montana. Create a state in Montana. Let's see, the Wagon Train of 1841. John Gaunt, a former U.S. Army captain and fur trader, was contracted to guide a wagon train with about 300 to 1,000 immigrants to Fort Hall for $1 per person in 1841. Cool. Oregon is firmly ours. We will establish a military presence. Cool. I'm sure the Brits might be a little mad. But guess who cares? I don't. See, so there's the Hudson Bay Company, and then there's the Brits there. See, a Nashville Convention? Yeah, sure, why not? I think we're actually gonna, because we're making a decent enough money, we're actually gonna swap over to clergymen now. Because we need way more. We need about 4% everywhere. Intellectuals. Clerks, we're getting some clerks. But we need, we also do need to boost. I'm actually willing to reduce this naval spending. We need to boost the education spending and the military spending. Decline. Mexico, you're at war with the Yucatan. Yeah. So we gotta boost military spending, gotta boost educational spending. So we'll keep that the way it is. Let's go for ideological thought. I think either that or is there something else? The positivism will help. I like the prestige that we get from that. We can go for that real quick. Texas, you're gonna be friendly. There we go. Intellectuals, yes. All right. Let's see, this is the Webster-Ashburton Treaty. We've concluded a treaty with the United Kingdom, resolving several long-standing border disputes. The U.S. does not compromise. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Free prestige, can't complain. I think after the Kansas-Nebraska Act, didn't technically Kansas, I think, have slavery? I'd have to do some research on that. I think they did, though. They called it Bleeding Kansas. Because people were fighting each other. See, Argentine Confederation. Or Bolivia's still around. You, good sir, want an alliance. I will accept from Texas. See, the girl from Pittsburgh. Another young girl has lost her life in a coal mining accident in one of our provinces. Jesus. Coal mining accident, huh? So literally for the longest time, I did not know what this spinning icon was for like the longest time. I thought it meant you had a really good general. You know what it means? It means you're using a unit sprite from a DLC pack. So these are Civil War era looking troops. Actually, they're using the wrong flag too for the time period. Let's see the essays. Ralph Waldo Emerson's first collection of essays was published in 1841. Speech is a kind of act. Cool. Let's see Chile. All right, we are making headway on this literacy thing. Let's see Venezuela. Yeah, I want to see Cuba. That'd be cool. Wow, we got Carlos. It's the Kingdom of Spain. Great power, absolute monarchy. Let's see Temperance League. I do like the Temperance League. It's nice. It has nice modifiers. It's not so significant, but it's good to have. No, I don't think so, Mexico. I don't think so, buddy. Let's see, North Dakota. North Dakota. Let's see, John Brown's last raid. John Brown's body lies moldering in the grave, but his soul is marching on. John Brown's body. Union marching song. Ooh. That's curious. That usually get that when you're close to Civil War. So one of the other things is you don't actually want to build any forts if you can help it in Confederate territory. You actually just want to have forts in your own territory. So interesting times. Interesting times. Let's see, we got plenty of troops now coming along. We'll get like 2 more you guys. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Nah, we'll close the beer halls. Okay, so this army here is 9 infantry, 2 hussars, and 4 artillery. We'd want more artillery, preferably, for them. I think we're going to train up another force, though. We'll probably just have 2 armies, one in the west, one in the east. Let's see, what do we need for Manifest Destiny? We need state and government. Well, would I prefer any of these other ones? Yeah, because state government's still a little... Well, it's not exactly far away, but... I do like positivism, too. Positivism's cool. There's now Kantian idealism. Peru-Bolivia, we can do something, too. So, Peru-Bolivia, he actually annexed that top part. There's South Peru there, and then this bottom part's his, too, though. I'd like to do a Peru-Bolivia campaign. That'd be cool. Should do one of those one of these days. Yeah, so we need about 4% clergymen in every state if we can get it. There's the Treaty of Nanjing. Prophylaxis against malaria. So Yucatan was re-annexed. No, Mexico. I want to go to Wyoming too. Wyoming's cool. They have a it's the smallest, I think it's the least populous state in the United States, if I remember correctly. Only like 600,000 people live there in a pretty large area. But they have an Indian reservation I want to go to. It's called Wind River Indian Reservation. Okay, so what do these people want? You want freedom of the womb and universal voting. Yeah, I'll give you universal voting. That's fine. Yeah, voting system. Even to this day, we still have the first past the post system. It's crazy shit. And then we have secret ballots. 2 per state is still what it is in the upper house. Trade unions. Technically, I guess all are allowed. We have federalism. See, there's Sicily. Apparently, Sicily is independent. Wow. There's the Argentine Confederation. And then we can do some to Hawaii. Yeah, what else do we have? Let's see here. Yeah, we still first past the post instead of proportional representation. We have at least technically a free press, but let's see. Slavery is outlawed in the United States, sorta. Actually, I do kind of like. Yeah, I'll take the literacy. Let's go for state and government. Let's do clergy here. Okay, so state and government, then Nicaragua. All right, we're gonna have an election here. It's July 1st, 1844. We're actually gonna take a quick break here before we continue on. So it's the year 1844. So we've gone through less than 10 years. So anyway. Thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon. I hope you guys are excited for this United States campaign as much as I am, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.